Hello guys and welcome to another edition of Rage Against the Dice. As you can see, I'm actually on camera for once, and you may notice, if you've seen any of our older videos, I'm looking a little slimmer, a little broader around the shoulders, and I will get to why. But this video is mainly just to explain where I've been. Because as you guys know, there's multiple of us on the channel. There's myself, there's Vince, Nate, obviously Alan. Alan's a big one. Liam, Sparks. My dad pops in from time to time. Obviously Parker, Harley, they're both on. And we're hoping to have more guests on in the future if the world ever goes back to normal. Not that the world ever will go back to normal, as you guys know. We live in a crazy, crazy world now. Of course we do. Now, for myself, obviously, I say obviously, it's not obvious to all of you because for the most part, I'm a very secretive person. Not in a weird way. Like, my personal life is my personal life. I keep it very, very separate, especially on the YouTube channel. And that's cool. I think that's the best way to be. But my personal life has impacted heavily on why we haven't had any videos for a while. So a lot of the videos that are going up now over the next couple of weeks are ones that were filmed back at the start of the pandemic, sort of from between March to around about September time. And the reason that they're only just going up now is because I've only found the motivation, they've only just found the motivation to edit them. Because it's me who does all the video editing, all the artwork and stuff like that is all done by myself, all the thumbnails and things like that. It's all me. Not in like an arrogant, braggy way. It's because I'm a bit of a control freak. It just is. So yeah, so I do all that. So consequently, the guys have been brilliant. They've been doing filming and things like that. And I've not really been doing anything with it. And that's my bad. I've had a lot of stuff going on recently. A lot of things at work have changed. A lot for the better. Some of them for the worse. I've been working from home. And I don't know if any of you guys have worked from home. Its theory is brilliant, but its actual practice is not. Because instead of me finishing work at 5:30 and that being me done, I've found myself still working at 7, 8 o'clock at night. I've been finding like 11 o'clock at night, close to midnight, thinking, oh, I just need to send this email, so I'll go back on and do it. So as much as I thought working from home was going to be me sat painting, it really hasn't. It's been me getting stressed and working a lot. On top of that, of course, you guys know that I'd split from my very long-term partner, the mother of my children, and I've been dealing with that for quite some time. Not very well, I will grant you, not very well at all. Spiraling is an understatement. Obviously, I've tried to move on from that, and I'm in a good place. Obviously that's probably where the weight loss came from. Any of you guys who'd seen videos from maybe like a year ago when I was on, I was big. I'd put on a lot of weight. I've dropped that weight now. I'm eating healthier. I'm working hard. Yeah, I'm trying to get back to a place where I'm comfortable with. It's a slow process, but I'm getting there. So I wanted to kind of address where I'd been, and that's it. There's been a lot of mental problems, which some of you know, a lot of you don't. I have bipolar, and most days that's fine. I'm a perfectly normal functioning human, and there are other days where I just want to lie in bed and cry for 10 hours straight. Being a parent, you can't do that. So I bottle it all in, and then when they go to bed, I kind of break down. Now, when they go to bed is usually when I do videos, when I do painting and stuff like that. So that's what's been going on. The good news, however, is I'm in a much better place. Obviously, we still can't meet up to game because we're tier 3. So gaming on the channel is still going to be a bit few and far between. What I have decided I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to start doing some... Because obviously we have Paint with Nate, and that's Nate showing, how awesome Nate is at painting. I want to do a series of tutorials which is just for beginners. So it's how to paint skins, how to paint furs, how I do leathers, how I do denims, how I paint, rusted metal, how I do, clean metals, those kind of things. So it's going to be just a series of different things. So for any of you guys who are interested, drop in the comments below what kind of painting tutorials you'd like to see, whether it's something stupid like how do I get the orange on my Goliaths. How do I do the fur on Skaven? How do I do leathers? Those kind of things. How do I do skin tones, different varying ones? Because, of course, if you guys have been following on Instagram and things like that, I've still been doing painting, just not as much. And I've been painting up my Goliaths, and I've got a variety of different skin tones in there. So let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll try and accommodate that. Now, as for gaming, we've got a lot of good stuff coming up when we are allowed to game again. Blood and Plunder is going to be featured heavily for all you guys who love historical and love pirating. It is going to be on the channel quite a bit. I'm painting up mine now. Obviously, Nate's got a huge amount painted up. And hopefully the other guys are going to paint up their stuff too. Necromunda's still going to be a big thing. Again, my Goliath's getting painted up. Nate's already painted. Sparks is, I think, painted, but I can't be 100% sure. And Liam, I think, is undercoated. So we're getting in a good direction. As for the others, I don't know what they're doing. Realistically, I'm going to paint Alan Zesher, so that's on me. But yeah, so on top of that, we want to look at doing some Warcry. So Games Workshop is going to feature more heavily on our channel than it has in the past. Now, that's not because we're suddenly Games Workshop shills. I still have my issues with Games Workshop. I still have things that I like about them and things that I dislike. It's been a love-hate relationship since I was like 12 years old, and I'm old as now. As you guys know, this is going out today, which is my birthday. Happy birthday, me. You don't need to leave it in the comments. I'm really not that fussed. I'm 38. By 38, you shouldn't really still be celebrating your birthday. It's just an acceptance that another year is gone and you're one step closer to death. So that's my life lesson for you on this. But yes, so we've got Blood and Plunder, we've got Warcry, we've got Necromunda. They're definites for the channel. On top of that, I'm hoping to get some Judge Dredd games in. Nate and I are working on something very, very exciting. It's a new rule set based around the Blood and Plunder mechanics. We can't talk too much about it at the moment, but I am very excited about it. So hopefully you'll see some play tests and things like that on the channel. The Carnivale, well, first Carnivale will be played on the channel, of course, as will Burrows and Badgers. That's one of my favourite games. Anybody who doesn't know about it, go across to Oathsworn's website. The link will, of course, be in the description. You guys can check it out yourself. It's one of my favourite games. The rule set is intuitive. It's got a very D&D-ish feel to it. The models are beautiful. The two people who create it are absolute sweethearts. They really are. It's just, you know, a husband and wife who run just this little company by themselves, and they do everything. Sculpting, painting, rules, probably casting themselves. Yeah, and they're absolutely fantastic, and they run these little Kickstarters which are really good value for money. You get some loads of new models. The website itself has got a load of stock on there, so check it out. Burrows and Badgers is a big one. But anyway, back to Carnivale. Obviously, I was working through my Streets of Venice series where I was building some scenery. Then I had the incident where I accidentally deleted a full page worth of videos, which I don't know how many it is when you go. I think it's like 50 videos or something like that. But I deleted a lot of those, and I was pretty peed off about it. And I think that helped knock-on effect to my not doing any hobby. I've got replaced the bits that I've already built so I can rebuild them and film them. So they'll go back up, and then I'm going to continue on with it. So for those of you who have been, and I do read the messages on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, I do read them. I try and reply to all of them if I'm in the right headspace for it. But yes, it will be continuing, as will my Kings of War series. Now, with the Dracula's America, I'd actually finished it all and the last video had gone up, and only that last video was deleted. So I am going to refilm that last video, which is just, these are my models finished, this is where we're at. And then, as I said, we've got painting tutorials. Hopefully, Vince will be able to get some Vince reviews back. Now, it's not my place to go into it, but Vince had some very personal things happening in his life. Obviously, we love Vince very much. We hope him and his family are okay. But it's meant that Vince hasn't been able to film the Vince reviews. Plus, on top of that, when a lot of those videos got deleted, 3 or 4 that was scheduled to go up were deleted. And of course, Vince puts a lot of work into them, so that was quite disheartening for both him and myself. But hopefully that will be coming back in the near future. So really, you kind of just got to stick with us for the rest of 2020. Videos will be going up. We'll try to plod along, but 2021, starting from January, is when we're really going to be moving forward. So yeah, this is obviously your chance for you guys to obviously see me. Hi. Listen to what I've got to say. Hopefully some of it might resonate with you. I know we've all been struggling through the pandemic. Like, I'm not here saying, oh, I've struggled worse than anyone else or anything like that. I have not. Relationships break down all the time. People get over it. They deal with it. It's just a fact of life. Obviously the pandemic's been hard on so many people. And if, you know, it's been hard on you, and maybe one or two of our videos have helped you, then that's brilliant. But going forward in January, we're certainly going to be putting out more content. We're going to be putting out more content that you guys want to see. So let us know. Obviously, there's things like Rumble Slam, The Walking Dead All-Out War. I've got the rule books now for, is it March to War? Call to Arms? Call to Arms, which is the larger scale version of The Walking Dead All-Out War. So that's really exciting. Of course, I want to cover more Kings of War. I want to cover Blood Bowl now that there's a new edition of that. Hopefully they've ironed out some of the bits I didn't like, and hopefully they haven't taken away a lot of the stuff I did like. So yeah, let us know in the comments what you want to see, whether it be painting tutorials, and if it is, what kind of painting tutorials. Do you want to see more paint with Nate's featuring larger models like dragons and things like that, or do you want to see his smaller things? Like, he paints a lot, and obviously you guys know his Instagram, like mine and everyone else's, is always in the description. You should definitely check it out if you're a D&D buff. And this leads me on to kind of the end of where I want to go with this video. So with everything that's been going on, of course, the only gaming that can be done is D&D, role-play games, that kind of thing, because it can be done via Skype and things like that. Would you guys be interested if we ran, maybe either as live streams or as little videos, just some little D&D, either some short one-offs or a long-term campaign where it's going to be a long-form video, so you're looking at probably about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. If it goes into 2 hours, I'll split it into a 2-part video, of course, so it's not as bad for you guys. But yeah, would that be something that interests you, to see some, like, roleplay going on the channel? The other one, of course, would be, we can use Tabletop Simulator. Enough of us have it. We have a lot of the different games. I know Nate and I play Oak and Iron quite a lot on Tabletop Simulator, and I would like to play it more, to be honest. So would you guys be interested in us doing those kind of filmings? But yes, it's just to say, because I've had a lot of messages asking if I'm okay. Maybe some of my Facebook posts and Instagram stuff had led you guys to think to the contrary, but no, I'm absolutely fine. I'm dealing with any issues in my personal life, now they will bleed over, of course, to my social media, as everybody's does, but I'm trying to keep that to a minimum. So I am fine. You don't need to message me anymore about it. I'm okay. It was just a combination of several things all on top at once. Going forward, we're definitely going to be covering more videos. I know obviously our views have been down and our subs and things have gone down. Of course they have, because we haven't been putting out any content. I think it was about 3 months without any content, which is the longest we'd ever gone. So yeah, there's going to be a lot more going on. I'm currently converting up and building some orcs and stuff for 40k, which I'm going to use for Gorkamorka and other things. If you guys would like to have a look at them, let me know. I'll do a couple of little showcases. Maybe we'll do some tutorials on how to convert orc stuff. Honestly, guys, let us know what you want to see. Because I know obviously we've let you down, those people. And there has been. We have had messages asking when we're coming back and things like that. There's a few people who I get on very, very well with, who miss things like Rumble Slam. You know, there was a lot of little things that we've done that, you know, resonated with people. So yeah, guys, it was just a little video to thank you all for those who do still watch our videos, to hopefully encourage those guys who left to come back, and for those messaging me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter asking if we're okay and things like that. Yes, we are. There's been a mixture of personal problems, the pandemic, and not being able to get to game has kind of killed a lot of the enthusiasm a lot of us have had, but that's kind of back now as we're moving towards hope. So yeah, guys, I'm going to end the video here. It's been a longer one than usual. You've had to look at my potato face for a good 15 plus minutes. So yeah, it's the usual, guys. Obviously, leave a like, leave a comment, check out some of our other videos. If there's a particular game that you like the look of, but we haven't ever covered, ask us about it. It might be a game I have rulebooks for, but I've never touched, because I just buy rulebooks for the fun of buying rulebooks. I just like to, and now that I don't have anyone stopping me wasting my money on rulebooks, there's probably a good chance there's going to be more. So yeah, last thing would just be to thank everybody who bought me birthday presents from my Amazon wish list. It's not something I share often, and I only did it on request. But of the items that are on there, I've had about 11 presents from it. Now, a lot of you aren't putting your names on them, which is okay, but I can't thank you. So I'm doing a big group thank you. So thank you to everybody who bought me a present. It's been absolutely amazing. And obviously I appreciate every single one of you. I am going to leave the wish list up because I have done it in previous years where I've taken the wish list down and then I've got messages saying, where's it gone? So I'm going to leave it up, but nobody's under any obligation or just because you watch our content or anything like that to feel like you have to. It's nice, but it's an extra that, you know, I do not expect, neither does any of the other guys. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you stuck to the end of this. The usual, pray the dice gods help me smile upon you, and take care of yourselves and stay safe.